Dr. Anusha. I'm a consultant dermatologist at Skin Essence, Indiranagar, Bangalore. In today's video, we are going to be discussing about sunscreens and how to choose an appropriate sunscreen depending upon your skin type. First things first, one has to know the different types of sunscreens that are available in the market. Sunscreens can be broadly classified as physical sunscreen and chemical sunscreen. Physical sunscreen is something which will form a layer over your skin and reflect all the light. Whereas chemical sunscreen will absorb all the UV rays, convert them into a heat energy and then dissipate them. Examples of physical sunscreen are zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. Whereas chemical sunscreens are avobenzone, oxybenzone, octisalate, octocrylene and octinoxate. Most of the sunscreens available in the market these days are a combination of both physical and chemical sunscreens. So it becomes important to know the difference because few people have the tendency to develop irritant reaction to these sunscreens, especially the chemical sunscreens. In them, using a physical sunscreen becomes important. Not only them, a pure physical sunscreen is also indicated for pregnant women, in children above 6 months of age, in people with sensitive skin, those who have a tendency to develop facial pigmentation like melasma, and in certain dermatological disorders where sun can act as a major provocative factor. The first thing that you have to look into in its label is its SPF. A product with SPF 15, that is the sun protection factor 15, will offer 93% protection against UV rays, whereas SPF 30 offers up to 97% protection, whereas a product with SPF 50 offers you 98% protection against the UV rays. Sometimes when we apply sunscreen, the sunscreen need not be evenly distributed and some areas of your skin has a good coverage and some parts are not covered well. So to offer a good protection to all of your skin in spite of this uneven distribution, a higher SPF is often recommended. The second label that you have to read into is the PA factor, that is protection against UVA. Along with PA, one will notice that there is usually a plus sign associated with this PA. So if there are 2 plus, that means the sunscreen is offering a moderate protection against the UVA rays. If it has 3 plus, that means it has a higher protection against UV rays. Whereas if it has 4 plus, that means that it has a very high protection against the UV rays. Again, higher is always better. The next label that one has to read into is if the product is grease-free and if the product is non-comedogenic. This is very important in people who are having oily skin or an acne-prone skin. The next label which is commonly seen is if the sunscreen is water resistant. A water resistant sunscreen is very helpful in those who go often for swimming or who goes often to take a dip in the beach, etc. So water protection or water resistant simply means that this sunscreen will offer you protection from UV rays for a period of 40 to 80 minutes in spite of you being underwater. And the moment you come out of the water, one has to make sure that you reapply the sunscreen to restore all the good benefits of the sunscreen. The next and very recently added on label is the ultra sheer label on the sunscreen. So after applying sunscreen, many people complain that they have a greasy feeling or oily feel or a heaviness on the skin. So to combat all of these, you have these ultra sheer formulation which will leave the skin very soft and light. Well, this is one main doubt that arises literally in every person who goes to purchase a sunscreen. What to buy? A gel, a lotion, a spray? Well, if you have an oily skin or an acne prone skin, always go for a gel based sunscreen. If you are someone with a very dry skin, then go for a lotion based sunscreen. When you want to cover your body areas like your hands and legs, which are usually covered by some fine hair in most of us. So we have to go for a spray based or a lotion based sunscreen to cover these areas, as these type of products will ensure an even application throughout the skin in such hair bearing areas. Nowadays we see cosmetics which have an added SPF. So this becomes particularly useful in those who apply makeup for a very long period, and in these people reapplying the regular sunscreen every 2 to 3 hours becomes cumbersome. So what you can do is you can either go for a tinted sunscreen which gives you this foundation kind of overall look, or you can go for a compact with a SPF. What you can do is you can simply reapply the compact every 2 to 3 hours, and hence you are getting the protection against sun. Ideally, it is recommended to use sunscreen during the peak sun exposure of the day. That is usually between 9 to 10 in the morning till up to 4 o'clock in the evening. So it is advised that 15 to 20 minutes before you step out of the house, you apply sunscreen covering all the exposed parts of your body, and then you reapply it every 2 hours throughout the day till around 4 o'clock in the evening. If you are somebody who is not stepping out and if you are at home all throughout the day, then you can simply start applying the sunscreen somewhere around 9 o'clock in the morning, and then again reapply every 2 to 3 hours. The next thing that is important, and I cannot stress enough, is the importance of reapplication of a sunscreen. You should know that however good is your sunscreen, however higher the SPF or higher is the PA factor of the sunscreen, it will eventually wear out after 1.5 to 2 hours, and hence it is very important to reapply sunscreen every 2 hours once. Now coming to the quantity of sunscreen that is needed to be applied on our skin to get that maximum benefit. Most of us, literally almost all of us, apply the quantity lesser than what is recommended. To cover your entire face and neck, it is recommended to use 2 full finger lengths of sunscreen on your skin, that is your face and the neck. If you want to cover your entire body, the recommended amount is about 30 ml, that is equal to 1 shot glass. Well, the answer is yes. However sunny or however thick the clouds are, however cool the weather is outside, or however heavy the rains are, there is sun all throughout the day, and the sun is continuously emitting the UV rays throughout the day, irrespective of rains or clouds or anything, because none of these filter out the UV rays for us, and hence it is important to use sunscreen even during the cold weathers and during the monsoons. When we are indoors, many people have this misconception that we are not going out and hence there is no need to apply sunscreen. Well, let me clear this misconception for you. When you're staying indoors, even though you think you're well protected inside your house, the sunlight is entering your house through the windows, through your doors, balconies and your gardens. Not only these, whereas your tube lights, the television screens, mobile and laptop screen, all of these emit UV rays, and that is why it becomes very important to apply sunscreen even when you're staying indoors, and it is important to reapply it every 2 to 3 hours. Well, simply to protect yourself from the harmful effect of UV rays like tanning, sunburn, appearance of multiple freckles, lentitions, nevi, pigmentation on the face like melasma, to have a good anti-aging effect, to protect the skin, especially in few dermatological conditions where sun acts as a major provocative factor, and last and most important is to protect yourself from skin cancer. No, just sunscreen does not constitute a complete sun protection. Complete sun protection constitutes of a good sunscreen with a higher SPF and a PA factor, which is reapplied every 2 hours once. Along with this, usage of a good lip balm with a good SPF in it, dark and broad shades, a broad brimmed hat, and usage of cotton clothes which are preferably of light colors, and they cover and ensure that they cover your entire length of your arms and your legs, and all of this together will constitute a complete sun protection. Well, by now I think you know what a sunscreen is and what are its multiple constituents and different labels on the sunscreen, and I think you're in a better position to go and choose an appropriate sunscreen for your skin type. For more such videos, subscribe to my channel, like and share this video if you find this helpful. Leave your comments below in the comment section. I would love to know your views on the video. If you want any product recommendation, you can always contact us. The contact details are left in the description box below. Thank you.